have you ever just felt like you were on a completely different path from everyone else you know? Well, today we're going to dive into this really powerful idea that the solitary road, as tough as it is, might just be the source of our truest, most unbreakable strength.
So, let's just jump right in with a big question, one that kind of gets to the heart of it all. Is the road to success a lonely one? I mean, really think about that. Is that difficult journey something you're actually meant to walk by yourself? It's a heavy thought, for sure, but it perfectly sets the stage for everything we're about to unpack. And this quote, wow, this just nails the core idea for our explainer today. It's not about weakness, it's about training. The idea is that relying on yourself, navigating without the flock, isn't a disadvantage. It's actually how you build the strength to soar higher than you ever could in a group. It's how you get the strongest wings.
All right, so this brings us to our first big theme, the solitary road. This whole section is about that fundamental choice we all face at some point. Do we stick with the crowd on the well-worn path, or do we dare to carve out our own?
First things first, let's be real. This is not the easy route. The material we're looking at is super clear on this. Choosing your own path is gonna be tough, and yeah, it's often gonna be lonely. It's not for everybody. But it's on this very difficult road that something amazing happens. You start to find out who you really are.
And check this out, this is what's so fascinating. When you break down these two choices, they're like night and day. Following others, well, it's a life of dependency, right? You might never really know yourself because your identity is all tangled up with the group. You kind of need their attention, their approval, just to feel okay. But walking alone, that's where self-reliance is born. You uncover your own potential, develop this powerful internal compass, and you find a kind of peace that doesn't rely on anyone else's validation.
Okay, moving into our next section. This part is a message. It's a shout out, really. It's for anyone out there who feels like they're in the middle of that struggle right now. You know, fighting their battles in silence.
And let's be super clear about something. This is not a knock on having a great support system. If you have that, that's incredible. This message, this is for those who, for whatever reason, just don't. It's about finally recognizing the unique, resilient kind of strength that gets forged when you are your one and only supporter.
So, does any of this hit home? If you've ever felt like you just don't fit the mold, if you've ever poured your entire soul into something with absolutely no backup, if you've had to face down your own demons with nobody in your corner, then yeah, this is for you. This is about seeing you and your journey.
And this right here, this is the whole game changer. It's such a powerful shift in your thinking. That need for someone else to say, hey, I believe in you, it evaporates. When you can finally say it to yourself. When you truly have your own back, you become your own unshakable foundation. So that brings us to the really transformative part of this journey, being forged in struggle. How does all this solitude and hardship actually create something powerful? Let's get into the making of an unbreakable spirit.
You know, we usually think of pain as something to avoid, right? Run from it at all costs. But this idea flips that script completely. Here, pain isn't the enemy, it's the raw material. It's the fire where a new kind of strength is forged, an inner resilience that, once you have it, can't be broken.
So how does it work? Well, it's a process. It starts with facing that darkness, those huge internal battles head-on, by yourself. And as you go through that, you develop this incredible depth. You gain real character, more compassion, a clarity you just didn't have before. And the result? You become unbreakable. You can handle anything the world throws at you because you've already conquered the toughest challenges inside.
Listen to this. It's not I am strong despite the struggle. It's I am strong because of the struggle. That's such a powerful statement. It's owning the hardship as the very source of your power. The two are inseparable. You can't have the strength without the fight.
Okay, so you've walked the path, you've been forged in the fire. What's the payoff? Let's talk about the ultimate reward, the unbreakable self. What you gain at the end of this road is way more valuable than applause. It's authenticity.
So here's the thing. When you finally stop trying so hard to fit in, when you have the courage to just be you, to speak your truth, follow your own path, something amazing happens. You gain real respect. Not the superficial kind, but that deep respect from others who admire your courage, probably because deep down, they wish they could do the same. And this leads to these incredible declarations you get to make to yourself. The first one is all about endurance. It's that simple, powerful acknowledgement, I am proud I kept going. It's recognizing that against everything, you just didn't quit.
And then it goes deeper. It moves beyond just surviving. It's about taking pride in the outcome. I am proud of who I have become.
You're looking at the person who was forged in that struggle, the one with more character and depth, and you feel genuine pride.
And honestly, this might be the pinnacle. In a world that is constantly trying to make you somebody else, staying true to yourself, that is the ultimate victory. That's real integrity. So this is what it's all about. The true reward isn't fame, it isn't fortune. It's being able to live as your authentic self. You get respect from others, sure, but the most critical piece? You finally earn your own pride and your own respect. That is the prize.
And so we end with this question, turning it right back to you. Your path is your own. No one else can walk it for you. The only question left is, after you face the darkness and forge your own strength, who will you become?